had won in Lake Tahoe. But he had a really bad attitude. He started yelling and screaming at me.
Who
And
did,
saying,
the defendant?
yes, he was very mean to me and my children. And he said he was going to call the police, and I said, fine. So then he wanted to call the police also. The police came and they said, you have a right to get your money back. You have to go to a small claims court.
That's the bottom line. We just wanted our money back. So
That's all we wanted.
We said, okay, the order wasn't what we wanted. Fine.
I'm asking you why you want the difference between 1840 and 525.60.
Because the day that we went there, we were on our way to pick up our trip, and here's a copy of it, that we were supposed to pick it up that day, but because he made us so late waiting for the police.
What do you mean he made you so late?
Because we had to wait for the police to get there, and so we didn't get on time to pick up our trip.
Where does this say any place that you had to be there at a certain time?
They just told us to be there at 3.
At 3?
At 3 o'clock.
Did you tell the police you had to leave and go there?
We had to wait for them. By the time they got there, it was too late anyway.
What time did they get there?
Must have been 3:30.
All right, sir. Were you there?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what happened. Yes.
Okay, then again of five cheeseburger combos. There were 4 hamburger specials and a double cheese, like you see there. And the charge for $2.69 for the hamburger specials. Now, after I talked to the gentleman, he went over the table. I guess the kids started buying the hamburgers. He came back with just 2 drinks, and he told me, he goes, this is supposed to be a large drinks. And he told the girl first. And then the girl, you know, I asked the girl, she showed me the ticket. And I said, sir, I say you order hamburger specials, they come with a medium drinks. So he went back to the table, talked to her, and then he came back. And he put everything on the tray, you know, and they just dumped it on the counter, and he started yelling. You know, he says, I want my money back. I offer him, sir, to pay the difference so I can make him the cheeseburgers combos. He refused, and then when they started yelling a lot, I had to call the police. The police came.
What time did the police come?
They came about 20 minutes later, about 1:45. The gentleman, he was keeping loud, so the police...
Did they make a report? The police make a report?
No. Because this was civil matters, they couldn't do nothing about it. They advised them, but he was very loud, so he asked him to keep it down.
What time did they leave?
They leave after about 10 minutes to 2, right away after the police came. We talked about 5 minutes.
Did they leave at 10 minutes to 2?
No, sir, it was later than that.
What's the difference between the daily special and the combo?
Okay, the cheeseburger combo, sir, has cheese, large fries, and large Coke. The hamburger is a hamburger, no cheese. Small fries and medium Coke.
Oh.
But please let me say something. Okay, when the police came, I asked the lady again to make her food again. She says she lost her appetite. That's what she told me.
Plus the way you treated us.
Okay, all right, that's enough.
Sir,
that's enough. We'll take a short recess. I'll come back and give you my decision.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bertice here, live at the commissary of USA Live. We're having lots of fun. Coming up, DeBartolo is going to give us some spectacular high-techno gizmos. It's coming up after this.
Jack's wife was the perfect patsy, but she's nobody's fool.
Not happy to see me?
Virginia Madsen, Bitter Vengeance on USA, Wednesday at 9.
The morning begins at sleepy pace. Coffee telling you not to race. Breakfast blend, something new. Mountain grown aroma coming through.
Where is he? I better go check.
Folgers Coffee House Breakfast Blend. A new variety of mountain-grown aroma and flavor. Amazingly smooth yet full-bodied. A taste of unhurried times.
I better go check.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
I better go check.
Well, what about some perfume?
Nah.
Why don't you go on a trip or something?
No trips.
This is the anniversary present question, right?
Yeah.
What if you came home with the same kind of flowers that you guys had at your wedding?
She'd like that.
You can't go wrong. I know flowers. You know, I'm a bee. Flowers are love's hole-in-one. You gotta think flowers.
I'm gonna do it. Thanks, Buzz.
Anytime, pal. Now that's a better decision than your club choice.
All moms think their kids are great, but mine walked her first day. Right, Pumpkin? She's independent, but still counts on me and our veterinarian to keep her healthy. He told me cats can get heartworm disease even if they live indoors, and it can be very serious. Then he said I can protect her with new HeartGuard for cats. Pumpkin likes to do her own thing, and I like knowing HeartGuard for Cats is doing its thing, protecting her from heartworm disease.
Ask your veterinarian about new HeartGuard for Cats, caring for the health of your cat.
So call your cable operator and say, I want to see Stars, a new movie channel. Because Stars has movies too big to miss.
I want to see Stars.
To order Stars, call your cable operator. And if they don't carry it, ask them to.
I want to see Stars.
For dish owners, call 1-800-PRIME-STAR or 1-800-DIRECTV.
This is so exciting.
Only the best movies become stars.
There's the popcorn.
Would you like to try some Kellogg's Corn Pops?
Thank you.
Go ahead, take 2. Corn Pops today. They're very good.
The problem with a cereal that's made like popcorn, only sweeter,
Just one, please.
is that it disappears like popcorn, only faster.
And how are things going?
Fast.
Kellogg's Corn Pops. It's hard to stop when it's Pops.
In a city renowned for its art, strokes of brilliance are performed upon a canvas of red clay.
What a point! By the slimmest of margins, that's in.
In the shadow of the tower, it takes an iron will to survive.
That's a gutsy shot there.
At this tournament, you don't just out-hit your opponents. You outthink them.
Set match.
The French Open. It's a whole different game. 10 days of exclusive coverage starts Monday on USA.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
The plaintiffs apparently ordered something other than what the waitress thought they ordered. But they paid for only what the waitress put down on the ticket. But what happened here seems to me that the plaintiffs acted completely unreasonable. Completely unreasonable. I'm only going to mention this Lake Tahoe thing because since the plaintiff can't prevail on getting the money back for the meal, they certainly can't prevail for this Lake Tahoe thing. But I'm mentioning it because it's so absurd that I think it has to be at least talked about. If you'd have acted reasonably, he may have even given you back the $18.40. But when you start suing him for $18.40 plus $500, I don't blame him.
I didn't have time to work for
All right.
cheeseburger. I
Thank
wanted my
you.
money back.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
That's
ma'am.
my right.
Okay. Judgment is for the defendant.
So, the case having just ended, the plaintiff has just come out of the courtroom. You heard what the judge said. I know you're very upset. I think a lot of people watching couldn't help but ask you what possessed you to take the case to court.
His attitude, it was really mean to me. He doesn't know how to treat people. He's very mean, and perhaps he should learn how to treat people because customers are first when you want to stay in business, and he certainly doesn't know. He should go back where he came from and learn the language and learn how to treat people.
So, there you see the very disgruntled plaintiff. I mean, the lady's in tears. She thinks you were, I mean, obviously we weren't there. We don't know what it was like. It must have been quite a scene. Do you think possibly you were not too nice with them?
Well, I offer them to give them credit so they can use it next time. I offer them to remake the food, but they only have to pay the difference because I have in 10 years business, I have a lot of people, you know, they play games with you. But this was a low blow she throw. I'm just American Seas, tell her, and I vote every election.
All right. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Officer Bell is waiting for you. And that will bring this intriguing dispute to a conclusion. It'll also bring to a close this session of the People's Court for now. I'm Doug Llewellyn, thanking you for joining us and reminding you, if someone files a lawsuit against you and you are convinced you've done nothing wrong, don't be intimidated. The best policy is to go to court and stand up for your rights.
To the People's Court. Welcome to USA Live, where we're spending the entire afternoon together on television's best show, right? We're going to be watching Love Connection, 2 episodes of The Big Date. We'll be talking to you. Today we're asking the question of the day. We want to know what is the craziest news going on in your hometown. Give us a call at 1-800-511-USA1 or fax us at 212-497-8430. Give us an email at the address on the screen. We got a fax from Vivian from Florida. It says, to USA Live, Bertice Berry, head honcho or is it honcha? The biggest gossip around our town is that we have a famous couple here, each married to someone else, who have not had sex. Erica from Texas is on the line. Hi, Erica.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good.
I wish I could be there.
I know. We wish you could be here. It's a lot of fun. So tell us about your news.
Well, apparently there was a pastoring motorist on his way to work. He spotted a vehicle on the side of, it was on fire. So he pulls over. He puts the fire out with his cereal.
With his cereal?
Cereal.
He was eating cereal driving and he put out a fire. Go ahead. That is wild. See, and they say that women are always doing our makeup in the car. At least we're not trying to eat some Fruit Loops.
I guess not. But, I mean, the picture in the paper and everything, it was ridiculous. I mean, literally, there was a bowl on the engine. So that's the big news over here.
Well, you go, Erica in Texas. Thanks a lot for calling. And keep watching the show, all righty? Well, right now it's time for me to introduce someone who is no stranger to the commissary of USA Live. He's the Giz Wiz, and he's been a writer for Mad magazine for over 17 years. Welcome, Dick DeBartolo. Good to see you. Okay. We got the fun stuff today.
Some fun. This is a very clever idea. It's called Notes to Go from Atlantic Coast Creations.
I love
You know,
this.
you can never find a little piece of paper to write. The Notes to Go becomes a keychain.
It's a key ring.
You buy it in many different varieties. There's even a little shopping list. So as long as you have your keys, you have a little notepad. But what's neat about this, the notepads are also 3M Post-it notes. So when you get to your desk or whatever, you just stick it on.
Don't forget.
And it's a Post-it note. Is that neat?
Don't forget.
And they're
Don't forget.
Oh, boy, you need to be reminded a lot. About $3 at all the CVS and Target and all the major drugstores. And also
Tell Judy to smile.
on camera. And little refills available also. So it's really neat. Notes to Go.
I love
Next
this.
guy, great new pages from Motorola. They're called the Pronto Flex Pager.
Oh, no, I should state here that they're seeing on the screen where they can purchase this and the prices if we have that information.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so
great. What's neat about this is that the pager recognizes repeated pages. So if someone keeps paging you, the pager just says duplicate, and it doesn't use up all your, there goes the
So
pages.
good, it's good. So it's saying right now, don't call Bertice no more.
More, right. It also tells you the time. It gives you a musical tone or a vibration alert.
No, Judy doesn't want to date with you.
Oh, wow. She's getting a lot of pages. They're normally about $80 with activation, $20 more. But STP, just starting out, look for STP, either one of these products. With this particular collar, you get the pager for free.
Oh, my.
Okay? Yeah.
Did you hear in the news this morning about a pager that blew up in somebody's hand? There was a bomb in the pager?
No, it's not one of these.
Speaking of what's in the news, it's definitely not one of these.
It's not one of these. So what you do is when you buy a page, it has to be activated. So you buy the service through PageNet. For $99, you get the pager. You pay $10 shipping and handling, and you have your pager the next morning. So that's, great thing from STP. This guy is great. We're coming into the warm weather. You fill this with water. I didn't do it because I didn't want to get you wet. But you mist yourself and fan yourself at the same time.
You've been to my church.
Is your church right?
God is good.
That's called Mr. Fan.
This is fabulous.
It's about $10.
Wait a minute, I used to love to do this. The reason. Sorry.
That's okay, that's okay.
Somebody switched my coffee for real coffee.
For real coffee this morning. This is called Pocket Spar, CVS, Eckerd, Osco Drugs. This little guy, little pumper here, and again, a little fan.
And so you can just put a little spray mist
in
on.
there, and all the fans are safety fans.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, you know, we're joshing before that. Yeah, you can stop them with. So that little guy can go in your pocketbook. So you can, isn't that
You're not
neat?
going to upset me.
She's cool. She's really cool.
I love it.
And our final guy, this is Flex Fan. This is the fan you can wear. You can wear this. You can put it on your exercise equipment. So when you're running your little treadmill, isn't that a neat guy?
Great.
This one doesn't have a mister in it, but you can face it. I could probably shave my mustache with this guy. No, that's safety fans. They're little rubberized blades. About $10, and I'll tell you where that's also at Target and CVS and Eckerd. Okay, and we're going to do more stuff in
Okay, yes we are. We're going to take a break and
I'll
come
keep
back,
you
and he's got some more inexpensive gizmos for us. Ooh, sim salabim. I didn't break this. I
Oh,
didn't.
no, you just took the battery. You just took the battery compartment out. That's okay.
Think about it. The minty mouthwash that tastes a little too medicine-y can leave your breath smelling a little too medicine-y.
Getting together later? Yeah. Antiseptic man.
Who wants a minty mouthwash that smells so medicine-y? Get kissably close with Scope. The tingle tells you it kills bad breath germs. As many as the leading medicine-y mouthwash. The minty taste tells you how minty fresh your breath can be. Get kissably close with Scope.
Oh my, Aunt Mabel brought her cat.
Now pick up the Hoover Steamback Deluxe and a 64-ounce bottle of detergent and mail in for the cash value of the detergent to be used for your next detergent purchase. Look for details at Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse.
Incredibly, Matchlight, the dependable one-match charcoal from Kingsford, is ready to cook on in just 15 minutes. So, the sooner you get Matchlight, the sooner you eat.
I can't believe we're out of Gardettos.
Where's Grandma?
Some people will do anything for the robust taste of Gardetto's snack mix.
Nestle Crunch, here I come. Boo. Oh, I hope that worked. White as a ghost. Perfect.
Nestle Crunch now comes in creamy white chocolate.
Scared you, didn't I?
It's new and more fun to munch.
It's got a lot of names. Traveling heartburn, bedtime heartburn, bad heartburn. But it's a different feeling pain. Doctors call it acid reflux, and it needs a different kind of treatment. Gaviscon. Only Gaviscon forms a soothing, protective barrier that helps keep stomach acid down, where it belongs. Mylanta can't, Pepcid AC can't. Only Gaviscon can. So if you get the pain, remember the name, Gaviscon. It's different from here all the way to here.
Hi, I'm Winston Groom, author of Forrest Gump. And just like Forrest, I'm waiting for the next bus to come along. But the old friend I'm going to visit is my hometown, Mobile, Alabama. It was right here on the Gulf Coast that I drew my inspiration to write Forrest Gump. Mobile is filled with wonderful people, sights, events, food, music, history, and of course, that good old Southern hospitality.
Discover Mobile, 300 years of America, and a great place to get away anytime. Experience the enchantment of gracious Southern living right on beautiful Mobile Bay. Enjoy world-famous historical attractions, a jammed calendar of special events, and an endless number of sightseeing opportunities. Celebrate the very best of the New South with a visit to the historic port city of Mobile. Call today for a free brochure.
USA Pictures Originals. Movies that heat up the screen.
Lord have mercy. And take it to the limit.
So you're saying all this is normal?
Wednesday night at the Originals.
Where the stars come out to play.
And that's the A and the Z of the matter.
USA Pictures Originals.
The cure for the common show.
We're back here at USA Live with Mr. Dick DeBartolo, the Giz Wiz, and you can see him on CNBC, Steals and deal.
Oh, thank you for saying that every Friday night.
Writer with Mad for over 17 years.
Oh, God, you know what? It's over 33 years, believe it or not.
33,
I know, I'm
17.
sick of it, I know.
No, look.
I've been here 17 years. Hey, some neat stuff, okay? This is called Kids Road Whiz. I'm going to hold it up to camera here so you can see the little buttons. What you do is when you're out driving, you put the highway you're on, the direction you're going, and when you go by a mile marker, you punch in the mile marker, and then the kids want McDonald's, you punch in McDonald's, it tells you where it is, tells you where the nearest...
This woman over here is going, no, please, please.
It tells you where all the... punch in Burger King. Punch in Italian restaurant, okay?
Punch in, wait a minute, watch this. Punch in curry goat.
It'll tell you points of interest for kids and amusement parks for kids.
This is great. They have them for adults. But
oh, yes, they do. At Christmas time, we did the adult one. Also has word games for kids.
I love this because I really try to get my kids to be map savvy. You know, and I say we're on Route 15. We're going left. What are we going to see? There is a park there, Mama. I'm going to tell them, Mama is my slave name. Don't call me.
Oh, okay. This little guy is called Home and Garden. If you're planting flowers, it'll tell you, you know, if it needs sunlight, if it needs water, but you can also go into home tips. Like I hit before, I hit microwave. If you have food stuck in your microwave, boil a cup of water, letting the microwave boil the water. That'll soften all the food stuck on the walls, and then you just wipe it out. Okay?
Judy is so
I
happy.
knew that.
She knew that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I do that. I've made a lot of messes in my microwave, so
okay,
I
great.
did know that.
Okay, so
See,
Home and
you
Garden.
tried to tell me I could put a baked potato in aluminum foil in a microwave.
And you saw you had the 800 number on the screen, and that company wrote Kids Whiz and Home and Garden said people can call and try the gadgets for 3 months. This is so neat. This is a laptop computer, very lightweight, beautiful screen from Compaq, but no CD-ROM. But look at this. And I was looking for one with a CD-ROM that was lightweight. On the airplane, you type with the lightweight part. When you get to your destination, this locks underneath and adds the CD-ROM unit, which is in the side.
See?
You can click out...
Where do you put your key punch card?
No, that's the old days. You can click out the floppy drive, put in a spare battery.
Oh, my God.
If you don't like the touchpad, you can click that out and put in a trackball. So it's like a modular computer. It's called the Compaq Armada. Is that a neat guy?
That is amazing. And what is this?
Now, when you hear this, I'm going to push a little button in the back. When you hear this, whoops.
1, 2, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
You know what that means?
No.
It means you have a phone call.
Oh, how cool. Can you get that, Chevy?
This is so apropos for
Look at
this
that.
show because
this is
of
so
the...
perfect. And there's people inside. Gonna have to paint a couple of those people black.
It's from Telemania. It's called Joe's Dynaphone.
I'm sorry, there is someone black. I think it's a postal carrier or something. No, there's somebody in here. See, it's already a multicultural.
You know, we should get you
just
and
like
I.
us here at USA Live.
We should put you and I back there and little gadgets on the counter.
And then put Judy over here acting like she's serving coffee.
Joe's Dynaphone, and then I didn't.
This is great.
And then this little cable
now they're
connects
seeing
between.
the price there. What is
It's
that?
about $80 from
This
Telemania
is
in
fabulous.
stores.
Judy's birthday is Sunday. Mine can be anytime you like.
And then, in my pocket, I have our final gadget. This is so great. This is so
Beam
great.
me up, Scotty.
This is not only the world's smallest cellular telephone, but it also has a built-in answering machine. It has a 4-minute digital chip so that when people phone you, they'll get your message and they can leave a very brief message. And it also has something called Note, where if someone's giving you a phone number over the phone...
Can I make a long-distance call on this?
Sure, why not?
This
She's
is
doing
so
it too,
cool.
right? But she's dialing the moon.
And then I push send. Oh, it's just doing it. Nina, it's, I guess, because we're in here.
We're indoors.
Oh, this is amazing.
Is that neat? It's the Motorola StarTAC. The one with the answering machine is about $1,000. The ones without are down to about $300 now.
Hi, Mom. Hi. You watching us? Look, I'm on this little phone. Yeah. Hi, Mom. Yes. Hang up. It's long distance. Okay, bye.
Wait, but we're paying for it.
My mom won't let me call her unless it's after 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, for
the rates go down.
cheapy rates.
The same way. This is great.
That neat? StarTAC.
This is fabulous. And you always have the best gadgets for any price range. Anybody looking for the proper presents or just things for yourself, this is it. So we can see him on CNBC Steals and Deals on...
Every Friday night on CNBC.
Yes.
And if you need my web, leave me a message. It's GizWizBiz at AOL. GizWizBiz
Thank
at
you
AOL.
so much.
Thanks so much. I always have a wonderful time.
We're going to go to Love Connection. Who you want called, Judy?
Welcome to Love Connection, where old-fashioned romance meets modern-day technology. Where you hear all the intimate details of a first date. And now, here's your host, Chuck Woolery.
Let's get started by meeting our first guest. She was...
I'm as dry as a 7-year drought. I got dust for tears and I'm all tapped out.
And we should say that you can see that entire video on MTV. Now, from a forever band that just keeps on living to a new bunch of kids called Hanson, is that right?
Yeah, Hanson, 3 brothers. And this is probably the most surprising hit of the summer. They're delivering bubblegum pop, but it's actually really, really good. And it's kind of soulful in that certain way that the Jackson 5 was. And very carefree, very happy.
Now, they don't have a video yet either, but the song is called Where's the Love? So let's listen to it. Hanson. About how old are they?
I think they're all under 17. The youngest being, I think, around 11.
Huh. Around 11.
Yeah, very cute.
Now, what about the big summer concerts? Is there one that's the biggie this year?
There's big festivals, and I think the best one this year is probably going to be the Smoke and Grooves. And that's with George Clinton, Erykah Badu, The Roots. Excellent. Good style mix, good artist mix.
So there are a lot of people going on tour?
Yeah, there is, and I think the big ones are the festivals like Lollapalooza, the Horde Festival. You get like the most bang for your buck with those.
Yeah, and those are still continuing because they've been so successful the last couple of years.
Right.
All right.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good summer for tours and records.
If one thing was going to be remembered for the summer of '97 in music, what would you pick?
I think I would have to pick, Beck.
Beck, really? Not one that we've actually done here now
today. Beck is
now,
not going to have because Beck is sort of defining what's happening now with that mesh of styles. He doesn't have a particular single coming out this summer, but I think he's going to be riding very high his whole album.
Is that same kind of electronic music when they mix it together?
He's mixing electronic, country, rap, rock and roll, everything. Everything. He's throwing the kitchen sink in.
That kind of changes the whole music scene, though, because everything starts crossing over to everything else.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Now, still ahead today, great new kitchen gadgets, from appliances that save you space to a stove that can't burn you, they tell me. That's later on Good Morning America. But first, here's a look at the summer's hottest concert draws, accompanied by U2's smash hit, Discotheque.
Spectracide Grass and Weed Killer works in 24 hours. The other brand takes a little longer. Actually, a lot longer. Spectracide works in hours, not days. That's why weeds can't hide from Spectracide.
Come, eat like family. It's the Olive Garden's Chicken Pasta Abbondanza. Grilled chicken, cannelloni filled with Italian meats and cheeses, and fettuccine Alfredo with unlimited salad and breadsticks. Just $8.95 at the Olive Garden.
We take different steps.
We have our own rules.
Hey, we break our own rules.
Different things are important to us. Our smiles are different.
We
have different tastes.
We sing our own songs.
We keep different
We have
secrets.
different routines.
Some of us like things sweet.
Our ideas of fun are different. We all have different memories. We may be different, but we're all equal.
Celebrate what makes each of us unique. Join the different but equal challenge. Call 1-888-SWEETEN.
Still enjoying that Quaker toasted oatmeal?
Just taking care of the old ticker.
Oh, really? I think that hard news was more about hot oatmeal.
Misinformed as usual. The FDA has confirmed that soluble fiber from oatmeal as part of a heart-healthy diet may reduce the risk of heart disease. See, it's in here, too.
Huh, I'd love a bowl.
Quaker toasted oatmeal and oatmeal squares. Your other oatmeal.
You know, for a wise guy, you've got good taste.
And a good heart.
Oh, yeah. Good heart.
Hello? Can we talk plaque? I hate to be so, negative, but bacterial plaque goes where your toothbrush doesn't. Here, below the gum line. But this is Butler Gum. Its revolutionary raised center bristles do go below the gum line. The super tip cleans back teeth, and side bristles do the rest. Your dentist will tell you, good news travels word of mouth. Butler Gum. No one has a better dental record.
This Channel 7 Eyewitness News Brief is sponsored by Mitsubishi.
Good morning. It's 8:25 on this Thursday, May 29th. I'm Art McFarland, and in the news this morning, an autopsy will be performed today on the badly decomposed body of a young girl that police found in the East River last night. The corpse was discovered floating near the Manhattan Bridge early last night. Police fear it could be the body of 11-year-old Quinn Rong Wu of Chinatown, who's been missing for 2 weeks. A meeting is set for later this morning between parents of students at PS 90 in Coney Island and school officials. They are concerned about a teacher arrested yesterday on charges he sexually abused a 10-year-old female student. 42-year-old Peter Pinto is a substitute teacher at the school. He is accused of abusing a fourth grader on Friday as she waited for her mother to pick her up from school. Pinto was under investigation but had recently passed a criminal background check. And a suspect in a string of livery cab robberies is behind bars this morning. Police say that 32-year-old Mance Carter phoned for cabs 6 times over the past 2 weeks, robbed the driver at gunpoint, and then fled. Carter was arrested last night in Rockaway. None of the drivers was injured. We'll have a check of the morning commute and today's AccuWeather forecast as well when we come back in just a moment.
After conquering Earth for 30 years, it was time to comfort it. Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Montero Sport.
What are you doing?
Forgot to shave. A remarkably smooth-riding sport utility vehicle. The Montero Sport. It puts a new face on SUV comfort.
Not bad.
Hey, you missed a spot. The 1997 Montero Sport and Montero from Mitsubishi. Built for living.
Introducing Golden Reese Kitchen and Bath Center's new 7,000 square foot showroom. It's filled with a full range of kitchens, letting you custom create the one you've always wanted. You'll love your new bathroom, embellished with any one of our beautiful vanities, cabinets, sinks, and faucets. Our design consultants will ensure measurements and fittings are precise, and our next day delivery is hassle-free. We value all our customers. No project is too big or too small at Golden Reese. Golden Reese Kitchen and Bath Center, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. 1-800-THE-KITCH.
Over the years, I've been hit just about everywhere. And I gotta tell you, I don't like it. But there's one place I especially don't like getting hit. That's the wallet. If you feel the same, then hurry down to Meineke. Because now when you buy any Meineke gas shock or strut at the regular low price, you can get the second one at 25% off. This is a limited time offer, so you better hurry. I'm all for saving a few dollars. For example, I don't pay my sparring partner much, but I do feed him pretty well.
At Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
I guarantee it.
Now one last look at the morning commute. Joe Nolan is live at Metro Traffic. Joe?
Okay, Art, go outside. Helicopter. The Metro Traffic helicopter is still flying around this morning, and we can go out to the Grand Central Parkway, just out of the Kew Gardens interchange. You can see this accident. Lots of police there off on the scene, so you've got a problem on the Grand Central Parkway as you start to come inbound. And then also, you're going to look at the BQE now with our cameras by the Brooklyn Bridge, and you're going to see some delays here as you head out onto the northbound side. They're kind of in the shadow now, but it is all jammed up. And then as you come inbound, you're good. And alternate side of the street parking rules again in effect. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
In sports, Carlos Baerga knocked in 4 runs. Mark Clark became the National League's first 9-game winner as the Mets shut out the Expos 7-zip. In Toronto, Yanks trailed 4-3 in the 5th when Tino Martinez clubbed his 2nd homer in 2 nights. The 2-run blast, his 19th, proved to be the game-winning hit. Yanks beat the Blue Jays 6-4. And with a win in Game 5, the Chicago Bulls advanced to the NBA Finals for the 5th time in 7 years. Mostly sunny right now, and here's your AccuWeather forecast. It's 58 degrees in Midtown, humidity 64%. Sunny and pleasant today, the high near 74, cooler along the coast. Low in the city about 58, a coolish night, and then mixed skies, possible rain tomorrow night. Mild with showers possible on Saturday. And then we have another chance of rain on Sunday mixed with a thunderstorm possibility. Mostly cloudy with rain very likely on Monday and a high in the mid-70s. I'm Art McFarland. Enjoy your day. Be sure to catch today's events on Eyewitness News at noon, 5, 6, and 11. Stay tuned now as Good Morning America continues on just a moment.
Daytime's Rosie O'Donnell and Blessed Union of Souls. Get it live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
Watch live today at 9.
Right here on ABC 7.
Are you trying to find a missing relative? We can help you. Call Family Location Service at 212-632-4690.
Hi, I'm Deb Redmond with Focus on the Arts at Highland Park High School in beautiful Highland Park, Illinois. Good morning, America!
Some greetings from the North Shore of Chicago, North Shore of Lake Michigan. Good morning, everyone. I'm Charles Gibson, 30 minutes past the hour.
And I'm Joan London.
We are back. Good to have you with us. Heather Whitestone, Miss America, 1995. People, I'm not sure, remember Miss Americas from one year to the next, but Heather Whitestone, I think everybody remembers because, of course, she was the Miss America hearing impaired who did such a wonderful job when she was Miss America. She's written a book called Listening with My Heart, and she'll be here in just a few moments.
Then we're going to take you into the kitchen because Dick DeBartolo says he's got some really great gadgets that is going to make, they're going to make our kitchen time shorter and more fun.
And Mindy Moore, who set out on Route 66 to go across America last week, has now gotten to the town of Stroud, Oklahoma, a town with one traffic light, 3,000 people, and a lot of stories because people have traveled through there for years on Route 66, and Mindy's going to be sharing some of them in this half hour. But let's get the morning's news from Elizabeth Vargas.
All right, thank you so much, Joan and Charlie. Good morning again, everybody. The Federal Trade Commission has charged the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company with using Joe Camel to target children. Reynolds plans to fight the charge. The case could lead to the Joe Camel character being banned from most advertising. When it comes to tobacco, it can seem as though Congress has a split personality at times, supporting tobacco farmers on one hand, but cracking down on cigarette manufacturers on the other. ABC's Bob Zelnick reports on one lawmaker who does not make such a distinction.
It's early in the planting season, and Scotty Basler wants to keep the weeds from overwhelming his burley tobacco crop. Basler is the only tobacco farmer in an increasingly anti-smoking Congress. His one floor speech during this past year was to oppose denying government insurance to tobacco farmers. And back home, Basler briefs farmers on the ongoing Washington talks to settle claims by states and individuals against cigarette manufacturers.
We need somebody to share our pain.
He says any outcome that hurts U.S. farmers would only benefit foreign growers.
There will not be one less cigarette pack on the counter the day after tomorrow. Only difference with it, the tobacco will be grown by Brazilians, tobacco will be grown by Africans.
Despite the political turmoil, these are actually good days for tobacco farmers. Prices are high, and thanks to a booming export market, the government is telling farmers they can increase their production. By regulating production, the government helps burley farmers earn twice the profit of other crops, so they barely listen when smoking foes suggest they raise something instead of tobacco.
There's no way to get a crop that will take care of acre tobacco. Acre tomatoes or anything you want to put out, there's no way.
The farmers oppose any settlement that would bring the FDA onto their land, possibly to develop a low-nicotine leaf. They count on Scotty Basler to fight their battle.
You're doing a good job. Thank you.
But Basler knows Congress may now care more about the health of tobacco smokers than tobacco farmers. Bob Zelnick, ABC News, Lexington, Kentucky.
There are potentially problems with turn signals on 400,000 tractor-trailers on the road. USA Today reports that federal safety officials are investigating and may order a recall if truck manufacturers do not fix the problem. On ABC News' World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, there's a revolution taking place in the fight against cancer. New knowledge, new research, new therapies bring hope for treatments that are less painful and less debilitating. That story on ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. And finally, 3 days before the official start of the hurricane season, the government is unveiling a new Hurricane Hunter airplane called Gonzo. The $23 million plane flies higher and faster than its predecessors. It should provide better data for predicting where the hurricanes are heading. And as we head into hurricane season, Spencer, that is incredibly critical knowledge.
It is. Hurricane season begins June 1st.
And they're saying they're predicting it's going to be worse this year than in years past.
Looks like early indications are we could have a very active tropics. And that's, of course, the breeding ground for the tropical storms and hurricanes. We'll see. Let's go to the map, see what's happening today. Well, let's take a look at first what happened yesterday in Santa Barbara, California. A record high for that date, 92 degrees, a real heat wave going on in California. It hit 86 in San Diego, also a record high for that date. And the heat goes on today with highs in the 90s and hundreds in interior sections of the Southwest. Warming up in the northern tier of states finally, where it has been quite cool the last few days. It's going to remain wet and cool in the Great Lakes today and down through the Appalachians into the southeast, where there will be heavy rainfall. Violent and severe thunderstorms today will plague the central and southern plains. These storms will have the potential to spawn tornadoes. It'll be damp in the northwest and, of course, dry in the southwest. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look at what's happening where you are.
Where we are is Comac High School, right here with the national champion Cougarettes, where we've been having a great time. We want to say goodbye and have a great day. Here's our weather forecast for today. We'll have sunshine and 74 today. Clouds increase tomorrow with showers tomorrow evening. Have a great day and goodbye from Comac.
This weather report has been brought to you by Benadryl. Next, former Miss America Heather Whitestone became the first disabled woman ever to win the title. She shares her inspiring story with us when Good Morning America continues.
On a day like today, I used to get sinus pressure and headaches with my allergies. My first reaction was to treat the pain. But now, I relieve the pain and the allergy symptoms that trigger it.
Only Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache gives you maximum strength sinus pain relief, plus the allergy relief of Benadryl's histamine blocker.
It's like having my life back.
Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache, for allergies that hurt.
Easy Spirit's latest walking shoes distribute pressure 30% better than before. So now you can outwalk the dog. Easy Spirit, inside's advanced walking technology, outside's the whole world.
The all-new Century offers the luxury of dual-zone climate control, which does exactly what the name says. So whoever's on the right can have it a few degrees cooler than whoever's on the left, or vice versa. There are many degrees of luxury in the new Century. Dual-zone climate control is just one. You'll also like its cool price.
Discover a little luxury in this Century.
We have another surprise for you.
How do you like the car?
I love it.
It's a brand new car.
Plus $11 million, all yours.
That's the deal.
The deal of a lifetime.
Enter the only sweepstakes from us, and
you may be our next $11 million winner.
When spills are at their worst, Bounty's at its best. It's the quilted quicker picker-upper. Bounty is quicker. It gets what this other towel left behind. Ordinary towels fall apart, even top-quality towels, but Bounty's more durable.
The quilted quicker picker-upper.
Quilted Bounty.
On September 17th, 1994, Heather Whitestone made history by becoming the first Miss America with a disability. Heather lost her hearing when she was 18 months old, but she never let that stop her from pursuing her dreams. And she writes about her experiences in a new book, Listening with My Heart. Heather Whitestone is joining me now, and of course, one of her triumphs is that she has learned to read lips so perfectly. And it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Since you turned the crown over, what have you been doing?
I have been traveling across America and other countries for motivational speaking engagement, and I'm promoting several companies with their products.
Well, yes, but you did something else significant about a year ago, didn't you?
What do you mean, something?
About a year ago, didn't you do something rather important in your life?
Oh, and you mean married?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm married to John McCallum.
He's out in the green room. You don't want to forget him.
No. We had a wonderful marriage, and it's amazing that we accomplish more together than I can alone. But the wonderful thing that we have an opportunity to reach more people and touch more people, especially through the foundation.
You write about, in the book, your determination, the pursuit of dreams. But those were always in beauty pageants. You started out very early in beauty pageants, right?
No, not really. You mean when I was a little girl?
Yeah.
No, it started with the ballet. I always wanted to be a ballerina, and I did not enter the contest.
Oh, is that right?
Until after my junior year at high school.
Well, that to me is very young.
Oh, okay. When I'm 24.
But the first times, because of the hearing problems, I gather the first times in beauty pageants were very difficult.
It was not really my very first time. It was Junior Miss program that I entered because I needed a scholarship for my college education. And it was pretty easy, but by the time I entered for the Miss America pageant, things was very different because it's more competitive. And of course, the judge was looking at the paper, and I didn't know how to handle the situation.
The judges were looking at the paper as they read you questions, and
Right.
you couldn't read their lips.
And I failed. It was all my fault, really. I should take responsibility and say to the judge, look, I'm deaf, I read your lips. You have to look up at me. The problem was that I was trying to be like any other contestant in the pageant.
Right.
I tried to be like any other hearing girls. But if you want to succeed, you need to face reality. You do have a problem. And the only thing that keeps you from achieving your dreams is your attitude.
And I was interested, I didn't realize that when you won, because it was Regis Philbin who was hosting, you couldn't see Regis announce the winner, and you didn't know that you'd won?
No, because he was facing at the camera, and I was just standing next to Miss Virginia. I couldn't see his lips, and so there's nothing I could do about it except looking at Miss Virginia, who told me that I won.
She was pointing at you.
Yeah, she was.
You won.
Yeah,
You won.
Right.
And that was obviously a very nice moment. In the time that you were Miss America, there's a lot of controversy about the fact that you choose to speak, that you choose to read lips, that you don't sign. And there was some criticism, was there not, from the hearing impaired community?
Yeah. At first, I took it very personal. I was very upset about the controversy. But the more I think about it, the more I say to myself, this is really healthy. Because it encourages people to stop and think and say, there's a problem, but what is the benefit from this problem? How does it make a better world? The deaf community have two wonderful role models, Helen Keller and Molly Matley, who knew sign language. It's so beautiful. And I love to create a positive image of the deaf community. I want to show the world there is more hope that some deaf people can speak to. And I just want to be one of them, to be a role model to the world. And together we can create a more positive image of the deaf community.
So your basic feeling is whatever somebody who's deaf wants to do, whether they want to go to signing, whether they want to speak, whatever you want to do is what you ought to do.
The most important is be yourself and listen to your heart. And that's what my book is about, to encourage people to listen to their heart and do what is best for them. To help them to accomplish their dream. It's their responsibility to find a path to overcome the obstacle, because everybody have unique gift. And I also learned that success is measured by how much of a difference we make in other people's life, not how much money we make or how much accomplishment we make.
Well, it's good to have you here again. The book again, Listening with My Heart. And it's good to have you here. And congratulations again. It's a very pretty ring.
Thank you.
Yes, let me shake your hand, and then let's see the ring. Oh, that's very pretty.
Thank you.
Very nice.
My husband chose it.
Okay. All right. Good to have you here, Heather. We take a break. Next, a toaster that will also, I should say, cook your bacon and eggs. Or how about the perfect tool for summer grilling? You're going to see all those things when our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, shows you the best new kitchen gadgets. That when we continue.
Okay, here's another look. O'Connell gets out. Beautiful balance. She's got her card. Express pay. Exquisite swipe. She's gaining momentum. Reaching for the receipt. And yes, she sticks it! The judges know it! Unbelievable performance!
Put a tiger in your tank. No other 93 octane quenches your car's thirst better than Exxon 93 Supreme. Put a tiger in your tank.
What are you doing in the next hour? You could be on your way to a natural-looking golden tan. Estee Lauder invents Sunless Super Tan. Its exclusive new formula lets you get a sunless, streakless tan that starts to develop in an hour. A beautiful tan. No waiting. Only from Estee Lauder Research. Now, summer essentials and a glamorous mesh tote. Yours for just $18.50 with any Estee Lauder purchase. Right now at Macy's.
When it comes to family fun, Six Flags Great Adventure wrote the book. World-class, high-energy, one-of-a-kind Six Flags family springtime fun. Heart-pounding rides, sizzling shows, family adventures. And because we wrote the book on fun, get the family to Six Flags Great Adventure today.
So big, so fast, so close.
So go! Now get these great savings on park admission with coupons from participating Walmart stores.
Introducing a Volvo so ahead of its time, it arrived a year early. The 1998 Volvo S70, available now.
Hate to cook? Say it just takes too much time? Well, take heart. There's a whole new array of appliances hitting the market, sure to make your time in the kitchen shorter, and yes, believe it or not, even fun. Our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, has rounded them all up. Good to have you here.
Stuff from
what you got?
The Gourmet Show. This is the Waring blender, but it's a retro blender. This is one like they produced in the 1940s and 50s in the lime green,
in the old
but it's still available. You know, the old drink mixer. You put the can up there. It's stainless. Make those drinks.
That's fun looking for in the kitchen.
It's a front. You know, no bells and whistles, no digital, but a big, powerful motor.
More of a kind of past memories.
Exactly. These are new from Sanyo. It's the cord-free collection. Everything runs on these batteries that you move from appliance to appliance. We have the cheese grater here. Then you can take the battery out. So this is great for picnics, or if you...
Yeah, because they're really lightweight.
They're really lightweight.
What is this?
Or for small counts, the drink mixer.
Yeah.
Okay, real easy guy. I'm burning my baking here, John. I'm making you breakfast.
It smells so good in here.
This is great for
but this is so cool because it's a toaster oven
It's a toaster oven, okay. I should have told you the blender's about $180. These guys are about $45 each. This guy's about $140.
Who makes this?
Well built. And what's great about that, it's a toaster oven. My water's boiling here, my bacon's cooking on top. There's a grill on top, so while you're making your toast inside, you can grill on top. After it's done and everything is cool, you put the cover on it, and it looks like a regular toaster oven.
And then this just lifts off to be washed.
To be washed,
That's really a great idea.
Is that neat?
Because you're getting two things in one here.
Brand new induction cooking. See this water boiling away?
Yeah, now I just saw you turn that on right before we started.
Right. Did you see what I put under the pan?
Yeah, he put a $20 bill.
Let me get my ice. I'm just going to show you that we can have ice here. I'm cooking through a $20 bill. This stove, just touch anywhere on the stove. It is cold.
Wow.
It is using magnetic induction to just cook the food and heat the pot, not heat the stove.
Huh.
So, and also that
I
little
was just say, what's the music playing?
The music playing is telling you that you do not have a pot on the stove.
That you don't have a pot to cook in.
To cook, okay? It's telling you that. Now, the only thing is the pot you use has to be magnetic, so it can be magnetic stainless, can be cast iron, but induction cooking, very efficient. But the great thing is, look, we haven't melted.
So it's really fast.
Fast, no heat other than in the utensil and in the food. And you can't set anything on fire. So if drapes were around here,
yeah.
And the only reason it's very center is hot, but you know what? I can actually touch that.
Huh. How much who makes it?
That's from Glowmaster.
And
it's
how
about
much is it?
$290.
All right.
Induction cooking.
And this is?
This is roto kebab. When you want to make your shish kebabs, you put this in your oven or on your grill. Turn one.
Oh, that's
all
great.
the guys about $30. $15 extra, you get these little guys to put your corn and franks on. From Bonjour, little kitchen timers.
These are timers? What a great
little guys down at the base.
Great gift idea. Are those very expensive?
$10 from Bonjour. And our final guy is Mr. Dudley, Chateau Mr. Dudley. Looks like a wine bottle.
Yeah.
It's actually a pepper mill.
Something
and there's
to
a little,
buy for Spencer Christian.
there's a little flashlight in the bottom. So during those candlelit dinners,
how much is that?
$30.
Okay.
During those candlelit dinners, you don't end up with a lap full of pepper.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Dudley.
Fun things.
Okay.
From Mr. DeBartolo.
Okay.
Coming up next, we're going to meet some of the regulars at the Rock Cafe in Stroud, Oklahoma, as we continue our travels on Route 66.
My name is Grandpa Bradley, and I play at the Rock in beautiful Stroud, Oklahoma. Good morning, America.
Cafe Mocha. Cappuccino.
Mocha Frappuccino. Misto. He's trying to rip you off. Steve Filmer tracks down the hidden cost in your breakfast bowl.
And some music from Katie Lang. Second hour. We'll be back.
There's a lot of conspiracies going on.
Theory.
Can you prove any of this?
Absolutely not. Or threat. Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, Conspiracy Theory. A Richard Donner film. Rated R. Starts Friday, August 8th.
You didn't feel like it. Your brain didn't feel like it. Your feet most certainly didn't feel like it. Please, let us lie down, they said. GNC's all-natural Optibolic Energel helped you feel like it. Helped you find the lift you needed. To do what your body and couch and bed were begging you not to do. Optibolic Energel capsules for men and women, exclusively at General Nutrition Centers. GNC. Live well.
Know how to nose how checks can do it. Let the milk splash right through it. Then hold the milk till your mouth gets to it. Chex marks the spot. Light crunch, little sweet. Simple as corn and rice and wheat. Looking for a taste no other cereals got. Chex marks the spot. Chex marks the spot. Woo! And now Chex marks the spot for the free Chex Quest CD-ROM game. One free in specially marked boxes of Chex.
Oh, what a day. Whole family went down to the lake, including the dog. Seems like just a few weeks ago, she was too stiff to get up, much less run around. But then our veterinarian told us about a breakthrough treatment program that could help her arthritis pain. Help? She's like her old self again. Isn't that right, lady?
Truth.
I've loved you since the first time I ever saw you.
You don't love me.
Or lies.
There's a lot of conspiracies going on.
I believe you.
On August 8th, you'll find out. Gary! Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, Conspiracy Theory, a Richard Donner film. Rated R. Starts Friday, August 8th.
This Eyewitness News Brief is brought to you by Burger King, sponsor of Good Morning America's Fridays in the Park.
Good morning. It's 7:25 on this Friday, July 25th. I'm Art McFarland, and topping our news this morning, the rain has wreaked havoc all over the tri-state area.
Joe Torres is live in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, with a look at things out there. Joe.
Good morning to you, Art. What a long morning it's been, and for some folks it is just getting started. Take a look at what we saw about 2.5 hours ago. This was in Hasbrook Heights at about 5 o'clock this morning. A car with water up to the door handles. That was just one of about 20 cars, according to police, in Hasbrook Heights that were flooded out all over town. And it wasn't just cars. This ShopRite, you see the pump in front, that was going all the way down to the basement. They've been pumping water, and they're still going since about 5 o'clock this morning. They have been doing it as well as many other homeowners throughout town. The rains came down, caused big-time traffic problems, big-time flooding problems. It's been that way all morning, and while it's dying down now, more and more cars are just starting to head out to the road. That's the way it stands right now in Hasbrook Heights. Joe Torres reporting live. Back to you, Art.
Thank you, Joe. And a look at this morning's traffic is coming your way, as well as the rainy AccuWeather forecast when we come back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Unlike the RAV4, the Sidekick Sports ladder box frame was built specifically to go off-road, which comes in handy when you want to go off-road. The Suzuki Sidekick Sport. It's what an SUV ought to be.
Now, for a limited time, lease a new Sport 4x4 for just $189 a month at your New York, New Jersey area Suzuki dealers.
Here comes the best value in personal communications from Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile. It's Easy Max Annual. Personal communications just the way you want it. Call this number, and for $29.99, you get everything. This cool AudioVox portable. It's loaded with features, like voice-activated dialing, and something really terrific, caller ID. So you can see who's calling before you answer. Hi, Mom. And on every incoming local call, the first minute's free. I love getting things for free. Easy Max service, only $18.99 monthly access with 15 minutes of home airtime included. And get this, add the annual Weekender option and get 1,000 minutes of weekend home airtime for just $5 a month more. That's right, 1,000 home airtime minutes every weekend for a whole year. Easy Max Annual. It's personal communications just the way you want it. So pick up your credit card right now and call for your Easy Max Annual. Only from Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile.
Now, time to check out the road conditions with Joe Nolan live at Metro Traffic. Joe?
All right, Art, we're going to go outside and show you the helicopters again. A couple of shots. First one is going to be in Cranford, New Jersey. This is Springfield Avenue out by Nomahegan Park, right on North Avenue. And look at this mess. I mean, this is really bad news. There's a lake there, a lot of residential areas. That is the Rahway River down there, or at least one of the branches of it. And as a result, you have obviously here some major problems. So you want to completely try to avoid this if you possibly can. The pumps there working, trying to get the water off the local streets and back into the river. But obviously, that's a big problem for you. Now, the other helicopter is going to be at the Throgs Neck Bridge. 2 of the toll lanes here are going to be down. It is not good news. Jammed up traffic, flooding everywhere no matter where you go. Look for some pretty heavy-duty delays this morning everywhere around. An alternate side, once again, is in effect. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
In sports, the Yankees were rained out at the stadium. Tonight, they'll host Ken Griffey Jr. and the Mariners. In L.A., after 8 scoreless innings, the Mets scored 3 runs in the 9th. Carlos Baerga singled to right, sent home Todd Hundley, who was able to slide in safely with the eventual game-winning run. Mets went on to win it 3-1. They are now tied with Florida for the National League wildcard spot. The Mets play in San Diego tonight. It's raining right now, and here's your exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Currently, it's 60 degrees in Midtown, humidity 96%. Cloudy, windy, rain this morning, but we should see some sun before day's end. The high today around 75. Fog tonight, down to the 50s for the low in some areas, 67 in the city. And then partly sunny and warmer tomorrow, a nice day. Hot and humid, mostly sunny on Sunday. Chance of a thunderstorm Monday, another chance of rain Tuesday. Good Morning America continues in a moment.
Next, Rosie. Hey, it's Superman Dean Cain and 90210 star Jason Priestley, plus actress Valerie Bertinelli. That's Rosie in L.A. next time.
This morning at 10, right here on ABC 7.
In advertising, they say one of the surest ways to get your message across is to put celebrities in your commercial. We hope they're right.
It is 30 minutes past the hour. We welcome you back. No prodigal sons out there. Good morning, everyone.
And coming up, we're going to talk about breakfast cereal. Government pressure helped bring breakfast cereal prices down recently, but a new report says price gouging by cereal companies is still cutting into your monthly food budget. Consumer editor Steve Filmer will be here to show you how you can save money on the most important meal of the day. And Charlie, this right here is the #1 most popular cereal in America.
Yes, but everybody has to talk about them in shaded in the back of the.
I know, in
those
disguise,
commercials.
in
They're
silhouette.
always in disguise.
Do you know how much this costs?
Well, I saw it because there's a little card on the back that gives the price.
Oh.
But I don't.
Well.
I feel like one of those politicians, you know, when they ask what's a gallon of milk cost and they don't know, and then everybody votes against them. I didn't realize cereals are that expensive. That's $5.
$5 for a box of cereal. That's a lot of money, and a lot of these other cereals are
$4.30, $4.89, $4.45.
No, we have to say this is in Manhattan where prices are outrageous.
Yeah, that's right. There's two currency systems in America, one for the rest of the country and one for New
Manhattan.
York. Anyway, but $5 for a box of cereal, that's a lot. Also ahead, in a court case watched by the entire nation, former fugitive Alex Kelly. He's the one who ran away from a rape charge and lived in Europe for a number of years, but he came back to the United States. He was found guilty, and he's now been sentenced to 16 years in prison for the 1986 rape of a teenage neighbor. We will get the reaction from the prosecutor who put Kelly behind bars. But first, the latest news from Deborah Roberts of ABC's 2020. Oh, she's right here.
There.
I know, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder. You're tired. It has been a long day. That's quite all right. Topping our news today, the FBI says Andrew Cunanan may have been trying to flee the country. After the murder of Gianni Versace, investigators say Cunanan called friends asking for help in securing a phony passport. He apparently never got one and committed suicide in Miami Beach on Wednesday. Retired Supreme Court Justice William Brennan has died at the age of 91. In the more than 1,200 opinions he wrote, Brennan passionately defended individual rights and stressed the need to give a modern interpretation to the Constitution. 2 more General Motors plants are expected to shut down today. That would bring to 5 the number closed because of a strike at a Michigan plant that makes transmissions and wheels. Without those parts, GM says it may have to shut down almost all assembly lines within 2 to 3 weeks. And finally, America Online has reversed its decision to sell subscribers' phone numbers to telemarketers. When word came out yesterday that AOL would sell the numbers, the online service was flooded with complaints by privacy advocates and by customers. It was a frenzy of a day, I guess, for them with that news.
The death of Justice Brennan should not go without mention. I'm glad you did bring it up. He was one of the real giants. I had a chance to interview him once.
Did you really?
Yep, and it was a real treat.
That must have been a very impressive man.
He was a good friend of a friend of mine as well, who was sort of a surrogate father to me, and it was just a great pleasure to meet him and talk to him. Weather, Spencer?
All right, Charlie, you're going to be a very, very warm day today in the nation's midsection. High temperature soaring well into the 90s, and in some spots, hundreds in the plains, all the way up into the northern plains. Cooling down just a little bit out west. There will also be some downpours again today over the Rockies. The Rockies have seen lots of rainfall this week, and so the ground is saturated in some locations. Some of these downpours could be heavy enough to produce some local flooding. More severe storms will move through the northern plains and the upper Mississippi Valley, I should say. These will be very powerful storms featuring strong damaging winds, and the potential is there for some tornadoes to form. As we look ahead to the weekend, look for scattered showers and downpours down along the Gulf Coast. Generally sunny, though, and fair in the east and southeast, but it's the upper Midwest and the northern Rockies, actually, which will see most of the storm activity over the weekend. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look at what's happening where you are.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Lee Goldberg. Rain really coming to an end now, tapering off to drizzle. We still have 60 degrees and gusty winds. AccuTrack showing the last of the drizzle. On the 5-day, there'll be some sun by afternoon, about 75, back into the 80s to around 90 with some humid weather by the end of the weekend.
This weather report is brought to you by Maxwell House. Elizabeth?
All right, thank you, Spencer. Coming up next, convicted rapist Alex Kelly faces a 16-year prison sentence and another rape trial. We will speak to the prosecutor who worked for years to get him convicted. Stay with us.
1, 2, go.
Habitat for Humanity is the opportunity for people to demonstrate how human we can really be.
The purpose of Habitat is to provide families with affordable, nice housing.
Working side by side with the family, we're helping them build their home rather than building a home for them.
We couldn't have built that house without those people coming and volunteering their time. So, we need to help somebody too.
After more than a century in American homes, Maxwell House is proud to help Habitat for Humanity build 100 houses in 100 weeks.
Where are these people going? What is all the excitement?
And why is everyone having so much fun?
I give up.
Good Burger was great.
Cool. Very cool.
It's the perfect summer movie.
Paramount Pictures, in association with Nickelodeon Movies, presents...
You'll laugh as much as your kids do.
I love that.
Even my mom laughed.
the ultimate summer party.
Very good for the whole family.
Yay! All news.
Good Burger.
It's absolutely great.
Let's run out and see the movie.
Rated PG. Now playing everywhere.
Sure, traveling with the kids can be hard, but as I watch them sleeping, I think to myself, we're so lucky. They're not costing us a dime.
Kids stay free at Comfort Inns and Suites. Call 1-800-228-5150.
Fat-free equals healthy, right? I was so wrong. You got to think about sodium, calories. The Healthy Choice takes care of all that. And they have all of our favorites. Oven roasted turkey, honey ham. It's simple. With Healthy Choice, we eat what we like.
I could use something for this headache, Liz.
I've got Tylenol.
I thought you used something else.
No, my doctor told me to switch.
Really? How come?
He said Tylenol won't irritate my stomach the way aspirin and even ibuprofen sometimes can.
And Tylenol's strong enough.
Oh yeah, it works great.
To avoid the risk of stomach irritation, Tylenol is the pain reliever doctors recommend most.
You ready for more guy talk?
I am now.
Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
It has been 11 years since Alex Kelly was charged with raping a teenage neighbor in his hometown of Darien, Connecticut. For 8 of those years, he was a fugitive in Europe. And then after his arrest, his first rape trial ended in a hung jury. But yesterday, a month after being convicted in a retrial, a judge sentenced Kelly to 16 years in prison. Joining me now with reaction to the sentencing is the prosecutor in the case, Bruce Hudock. Good morning and thanks for being here. What was your reaction to the sentencing? You had asked for a maximum of 20 years.
I asked for a maximum of 20 years. My request coincided with the victim's request. I felt that was justified by what had happened 11 years ago.
Are you pleased? This has been such a long ordeal for you and for the victim in this case.
I'm ecstatic. I think Judge Tierney fully recognized just what Adrian Back has gone through for 11 years. We actually saw what rape does to a person over that period of time. We don't often get to see that. But 11 years has taken a tremendous toll on Adrian, and Judge Tierney understood that.
In fact, last night, Alex Kelly's first night behind bars, Adrian said in court would be the first night she would ever be able to sleep or go home without being in tremendous fear.
Adrian had always told me that her biggest fear was that he would come back. He threatened her, that he would do it again 11 years ago, and she always felt that he was capable of doing that. And until he was behind bars, Adrian couldn't rest, couldn't relax.
Both Adrian and Alex made these statements in court yesterday. I want to read a quote from Alex Kelly's statement in court. He said, "My perception may be different from hers of that evening. I never meant to hurt her. I realize now that I did hurt her." What was your reaction when you heard him say this?
I think it was an attempt to get around not apologizing for rape, but it was basically saying, I'm sorry that you somehow misunderstood what I had intended to do. And I said yesterday, and I'll say it again, I think it was just a slap in the face. It was a way to get around just saying, I am a rapist, I did this.
He is definitely not admitting guilt here.
No, definitely not. And it was a way of saying, I'm sorry you're so misguided about what happened 11 years ago.
Did you find that offensive?
And I said so yesterday on the record. And I said the same about Mr. Puccio's comments as well. I felt that they were a slap in the face of the victim.
There was a lot of controversy after Alex Kelly was convicted of this rape charge because he was a fugitive for years and years and years in Europe, and he was out on bail pending sentencing, and he wanted to be out on bail pending appeal. Why on earth a lot of people wondered why on earth he was allowed to be out when he had a history, a record of fleeing the law?
I argued at the very moment that the jury said guilty that the defendant should be behind bars. There was a disagreement between myself and the judge as to when the bond could be revoked. The judge looked at his responsibilities differently than I did and felt that bond was the only thing that he could do at that point.
Were you afraid during that time period that he was out on bond, that he might flee again?
Very definitely. The history of 8 years of flight speaks for itself.
You will be prosecuting the second rape charge as well against Mr. Kelly?
Unless my boss says otherwise.
All right. Bruce Yurek, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your victory. Coming up next, did foreign money find its way into the 1994 Republican campaign? ABC's Cokie Roberts joins us with the latest on the campaign finance hearings when Good Morning America continues.
Here comes the Boss Bravo 2 Boss 10 amps. Tough on dirt, not your budget. Boss Plus 12 powerful amps, the most you can buy for deep down cleaning. With Micron filter system, clean above floor. Put the Boss to work for less than you expected. Boss and Boss Plus from Eureka.
He sent me a toothbrush in the mail. It felt like 1,000 little fingers massaging my gums.
This is the Oral Care Brush from Mentadent.
It felt great.
It doesn't just clean teeth, it's designed to massage and stimulate your gums. The Oral Care Brush from Mentadent.
There's nothing like Ocean Spray Cran Raspberry Juice Drink to put real zing in your life. Puts real zing in your wardrobe, too.
Ocean Spray, it's your zing.
The study of the human body has yielded yet another important discovery. The pain millions of people suffer is caused by the way they walk. Their feet are hitting the ground off balance, starting a chain reaction that can pull everything up through their lower back painfully out of alignment. Now there's new Dynastep inserts from Dr. Scholl's. Dynastep cradles and supports your foot so it hits the ground evenly, providing clinically proven pain relief. Discover truly effective pain relief. Discover new Dynastep.
When painful gas makes me feel like this, I take a little pill that looks like this.
Gas X Soft Gels. As much gas medicine as this much Mylanta. Concentrated for fast relief. Try extra strength Gas X.
There's only one Broadway, and only one show on Broadway that has classic beauties and comic bullies, beloved songs and celebrations, joyous dances, grand romances, magic spells, nasty spills, clowns and chorus lines. Disney's Beauty and the Beast, still the most dazzling show in New York. There's only one Beauty and the Beast, Broadway's classic musical. Call Ticketmaster today.
There are only 3 days left of the greatest annual furniture sale in the industry. It's the Huffman Koos annual store-wide summer sale, where you'll find the best names in home furnishings at the lowest prices ever. Come save 25 to 55% on everything in our stores and make no payments and pay no interest for 1 full year. That's right, no payments and no interest until next summer, or take an additional discount for cash. It's the annual store-wide summer sale with special hours to save. Only at Huffman Koos Fine Home Furnishings. Experience the difference.
As you probably know, in Washington for a couple of weeks now, a Senate committee has been holding hearings into the campaign finance system in this country. Mostly it has been Republicans pointing at Democratic problems in the campaign financing area, but yesterday it was former Republican National Committee Chairman Haley Barbour who was in the hot seat in front of the committee. He was grilled at some length by the committee. Cokie Roberts, co-host of ABC's Sunday News program This Week, is joining me now from Washington. Cokie, good to have you with us.
Always good to be with you, Charlie.
How serious are the charges against Haley Barbour? Very serious, or simply a chance for the Democrats to say, aha, you Republicans do it too?
I think more the second. It is the most complicated set of facts. Haley Barbour set up a policy arm of the Republican Party. He claims it was separate from the Republican National Committee, even though he was head of it, and that it was legal for it to get foreign money. And then there's a whole set of questions about whether it was separate, and then another set of questions about whether that policy forum lent money to the National Committee in order for the National Committee to finance the 1994 congressional elections. You know, this is one of those things where parsing it is very difficult and proving it is even harder if the charge is that foreign money went directly to the 1994 congressional campaigns. But it was a great day for the Democrats because this is the first high-profile witness to come before that committee. Everybody else is name unknown. And to have it be a Republican, to me, was quite remarkable. This is, after all, a committee with a Republican chairman.
Basically, because this is a Republican committee and sort of a Republican show, it has been focused on Democratic practices, yesterday notwithstanding. And have the Republicans been able to show Democratic illegalities, or just have they been able to raise strong suspicions?
They've been able to raise strong suspicions, and I think they've succeeded in raising strong suspicions among some of the Democrats. And that's a bit of a problem, because they started off these hearings just saying this is all ridiculous, old news, we're spending money that we don't need to spend. But as they have learned things in the course of the hearings, they've become somewhat chastened on the question of whether the Chinese government really did have a plan to influence the American elections. I think that's the thread that we will follow. And the committee did also vote to grant immunity to the Buddhist nuns who were at that famous temple meeting that Al Gore attended the fundraiser at. These were the nuns who wrote rather substantial checks to the Democratic Party, nuns who had taken a vow of poverty, and they were then reimbursed later. So they will get immunity and they will testify, and that might be the beginning of some fireworks.
Koki agrees. Everyone agrees this is a horrible system that we have, the campaign finance system. Do you see reform coming out of these hearings, or are we going to be left with the same system that everybody agrees doesn't work?
Everybody agrees it doesn't work, and everybody got elected by it who's sitting there voting. And I think that is one of the things that we're seeing. As you well know, Charlie, what we're seeing right now is everybody already looking at the 1998 congressional elections. This is going to be a close race. Both sides have thin margins, and there are a lot of people leaving the Senate, and what's going to happen? People don't like to change the rules that they've been playing under those circumstances. And, that's a lot of the upset we've been seeing with Newt Gingrich as well. And on Sunday, we're going to have Dick Armey, the majority leader of the House, who's been in that little flap with Newt Gingrich, come on this week, as well as Tom Daschle, to talk about these hearings and the budget and tax deals.
All right, Koki Roberts, thank you very much. I was going to ask you who you had on this week, but you skillfully worked it in.
Got me there.
Appreciate it. Coming up next, if you think you paid too much for that box of cereal on your breakfast table, well, the new report says you're right. And Steve Filmer will be here to tell you all about it and how to keep cereal costs down when Good Morning America continues.
No, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me.
Buick LeSabre is built to keep you safe and secure. A comforting thought, especially for those who aren't even in the car.
Stand by me.
Sure, traveling with the kids can be hard, but as I watch them sleeping, I think to myself, we're so lucky. They're not costing us a dime.
Kids stay free at Quality Inns and Suites. Call 1-800-228-5151.
Denture wearers, guess what? Polident can clean your dentures and fight denture odor in just 5 minutes. So Minty Polident cleans stains and fights denture odor this fast. Honey, try Polident, the only 5-minute denture soak.
It is our great privilege to extend this cordial invitation to the head-turning, pavement-eating, curve-hugging, front-wheel driving, symphony-playing, suntan-enhancing, rain-deflecting, completely gratifying CL Acura Summer Sales Classic. Now lease the 2.2 CL for $279 a month at your Acura dealer. Please RSVP at your earliest convenience. At your tri-state dealer.
Nothing has ever held you like Miss Saigon, the unforgettable story of two young lovers torn apart by circumstance and held together by a burning passion. Now you can feel the heat, discover the fire, and give your heart to the classic love story of our time. The Broadway musical where every time feels like the first time. Miss Saigon. Call Telecharge 212-239-6200.
In this morning's edition of Making Your Money Work, if a bowl of cereal is part of your morning routine, then you know that a box of your favorite flakes can often cost you as much as $5. Consumer groups and some members of Congress say that's way too much money. In fact, 2 congressmen have just released a new survey of cereal prices, and it says that the cereal companies aren't living up to a promise to cut prices. Consumer editor Steve Filmer joins me now with more. Good morning. It's always a pleasure to have you on the program. First of all, the cereal companies promised to cut prices after it was revealed that the cereal prices rose at twice the rate of inflation.
Right, and scathing things like the congressman saying that we were paying 50 cents of every dollar we spent on cereal was going for things like profit and advertising. Their point of view, Schumer and Gadenson from the Northeast, 2 Democratic congressmen, was that this is a staple food and we're paying way too much for this. So they say that the companies promised to cut by as much as 20%. And if we look at our little graphic that we have here, the congressmen say they were going to cut 20%, Post, Kellogg's, General Mills, Quaker. Their math says the actual cut turned out to be something like 6%, far less than what these companies had promised to do. Now, in some cases, Kellogg's, for instance, cut the price on its 5 leading brands by as much as 25%, but they didn't happen across the board or across the industry. So that's really where they say they didn't live up to the promise.
And in fact, didn't General Mills just recently raise its prices on cereals?
Yeah, the party may be over as far as these price cuts go. They raised the price on some cereals by about 10 cents per box. So it could be the end of a good thing.
Now, what about coupons? We all get those Sunday supplements and clip the coupons for our favorite cereals. Does that work as well?
Well, in fact, I've got some over here. You may have noticed that what you get in your Sunday supplement is a little bit thinner than it has been in the past. You just get fewer of them. It still works, but they're being stingier about these. In some cases, you get 70 cents off a box instead of 75 cents. You've got to buy 2 boxes instead of 1 to get the discount. And sometimes they're saying you got to redeem the coupon in like 3 months rather than 10 or 12 months. So they're getting really stingy about this.
So what are the congressmen now hoping to accomplish if, in fact, the cereal companies are going back and raising prices and they're offering fewer coupons like that to get discounts?
Well, they just want to keep pushing it as an issue, but the industry, it looks like, is going to stop responding to it as an issue, and it looks like prices are probably going to go back up. Some analysts we talked to say that's probably going to happen. General Mills is out there first. The other major companies haven't said what they're going to do yet, but look for it to happen.
All right, well, that's very positive news as we're all eating our breakfast cereal. So what can you do then to keep your costs down?
Well, you can shop around for some of these generics, like generic cornflakes versus the real thing. What we want to know, though, is really, is that a sensible alternative? I want you to jump in here and take a test, if you will. Wear the blindfold, if you don't mind.
Oh, a blindfold.
Yeah.
Wait, is that skim milk?
That's skim milk. Do you want milk on the cereal?
Yes, please.
We did a little checking first. We found out your actual favorite cereal, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Your eyesight will come back. Your hair will never be the same.
Oh no.
Your favorite is shredded wheat.
Yes,
but,
I'm rather boring.
I want you to try something different, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do some frosted flakes.
Don't be putting some stuff in there that, okay.
Let's do this real quick. I want you to tell me if you can tell which one is the real thing and which is the generic that costs about a third less.
Well, where is it?
Here you go. Okay, take a taste of that. Now, there are some meaningful differences. I've done this before with a major food company at their test lab. You will notice some differences. Don't rush.
All right.
All right.
Should I cleanse my palate?
No, get ready for the next one. Now, tell me, which one is the more expensive brand? Which one is the real name brand?
Well, the first one tasted a little bit sweeter, but
the first one was the generic. The first one was less expensive. This is the real Frosted Flakes.
Really?
This was the second one.
You know what? There was not an appreciable difference, in my opinion.
For many people, that's maybe
buy
how
generic.
it is.
Okay. Steve, thanks so much. Let's hope these cereal prices come on down. All right. We'll have more on Good Morning America in just a minute.
Good Morning America's Making Your Money Work is brought to you by Prudential Insurance.
The world has changed. Competition is coming in for the first time in the electric utility business, in the telephone business, and there are companies, and we try to own them in our fund, that are going to be able to take advantage of some of the exciting change that's happening in these businesses now. Utilities, if you choose them right, and we feel like we do that at the Prudential Utility Fund, can provide a very good conservative equity option as long as you have a long-term holding period. For individual investors, I think the best decision is to own a mutual fund like the Prudential Utility Fund.
Come, take a seat at our table. It's the Olive Garden's new Chicken Scampi. Sautéed chicken covered with a rich garlicky sauce that has just a hint of wine. With all the salad and breadsticks you'd like. Just $8.95 at the Olive Garden.
There's so much we can do about aging today. In just 1 week, Pond's age-defying lotion will start reducing lines and wrinkles. Make skin firmer, more radiant. No moisturizer can beat it. Why not have younger-looking skin?
You've been smart to hold off buying a new car because the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With package value discounts on select models up to $600 or cash savings up to $1,500. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Cats, more than just the #1 family musical in America. Cats, more than just the world's most thrilling theatrical event. Now, Cats has become the longest-running show in Broadway history. Come share in the music and the magic, the mystery and the history. Cats, now and forever at the Winter Garden Theater. For tickets, call Telecharge 212-239-6200 and let the memory live again.
Do you remember ping pong diplomacy 25 years ago? Well, the ping pong players who helped smooth relations between America and China 25 years ago have been reunited. They'll be here.
Also, our entertainment editor Joel Siegel picks his top 10 video rentals of the moment, and Katie Lang will be here to sing some of her new hits.
We'll be back. Stay with us.
The Amish, mysterious and removed from the modern world. But is there a secret element outsiders never see? 2020 ABC Tonight.
New York Newsday.
TV Guide.
The Los Angeles.
And New York Times agree.
I'm the guy with the client's life in my hands.
I'll be right beside you the whole time.
I can't put you on the stand if I know you're gonna lie.
Look, I did what I had to do to save my client, and it may have saved yours. Practice makes perfect. I'm gonna pull you through this. ABC Saturday, 10/9 Central.
This is a Channel 7 Eyewitness News Brief. Good morning. It's 7:56 on this Friday, July 25th. I'm Art McFarland, and in our headlines this morning, the jury is still out at the extortion trial of the woman who claims to be Bill Cosby's daughter. Autumn Jackson is charged with blackmailing the actor. Yesterday, the jury requested readbacks of the testimony of several witnesses. Jackson's lawyer filed a motion to dismiss the case because he says the charges are too vague. And it's breakfast behind bars for convicted rapist Alex Kelly this morning. He's begun serving a 20-year sentence. The judge in Stamford denied him bail while he appeals his sentence. Kelly was also ordered to perform 200 hours of community service and fined $10,000. And it's rain everywhere this morning. That means a waterlogged commute. Many roads are closed because of flooding, so you'll want to get started early if you haven't already. And for the latest on traffic conditions, we go live to Joe Nolan at Metro Traffic. Joe?
All right, busy morning. We're going to go outside and show you again what we have out on Teterboro Airport, right around it, and look at that. One of the runways now overrun by the water, and look at this airport. It is just about completely flooded. All of the grass area is just about completely flooded. That's Route 46. So far, so good, although westbound before we had a big old puddle, and apparently that is still there, so just be prepared for those delays. Now, we go to the maps just quickly, or we can show you here or the Jersey Turnpike out by Newark Airport. That's no big deal at all. And alternate side of the street parking again today going to be in effect in all 5 boroughs. Be careful. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
It is raining right now, and here's your exclusive AccuWeather forecast. 60 degrees at the moment, and the humidity is 96%. Cloudy, windy with rain this morning, but we should see the sun before day's end, the high around 75. Some fog tonight, down to the 50s for the low in some areas, 67 in the city. And then partly sunny and warmer tomorrow. Hot and humid with mostly sunny skies on Sunday. Chance of a thunderstorm Monday, rain on Tuesday. Have a good day.
Pop Music Week continues with 3-time Grammy winner K.D. Lang. Get it live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
Watch live today at 9.
Right here on ABC 7.
In the fast-paced world of fashion, you need more than talent to succeed. You need to be business smart. Just ask Tommy Hilfiger. When the company was looking to expand its warehouse distribution center, PSE&G's Rich Franklin knew it would mean more jobs for New Jersey. Rich helped them locate all the space they needed without losing their shirt. At PSE&G, we're committed to making New Jersey a fashionable address for business. PSE&G, the power of commitment.
Unlike the RAV4, the Sidekick Sports ladder box frame was built specifically to go off-road, which comes in handy when you want to go off-road. The Suzuki Sidekick Sport. It's what an SUV ought to be.
Now, for a limited time, lease a new Sport 4x4 for just $189 a month at your New York, New Jersey area Suzuki dealers.
You're watching ABC 7, New York.
We've got rain, flooding, subway delays. The latest at noon.
Yes, there they go again. We just can't keep them still at 8 o'clock on Friday mornings, and while we usually spend Fridays in Central Park, we thought maybe you'd prefer to stay dry this morning. We do, because it has been raining and raining and raining in New York for the past 24 hours. It is soggy outside, so we brought the party inside. Good morning, America. I'm Charles Gibson, Friday, July 25th.
And I'm Elizabeth Vargas, in for Joan London. And we have a great hour of fun coming up, including a reunion of American and Chinese ping pong players who more than 25 years ago helped break the diplomatic ice between China and the United States. We'll be talking to them and getting them going on sort of a reunion game.
They played some pretty good ping pong at the same time, but that was sort of broke the ice between the U.S. and China. So they'll be here. Also ahead, our entertainment editor, Joel Siegel, will give us his top summer video rental picks. But we want to get the weekend started with the first of many songs this morning from the extraordinary Katie Lang, who's going to be with us throughout the morning. First up, one of her biggest hits, Constant Craving. She is terrific. And darn, we shortened it down a little bit, but
we could have just let her sing for the whole hour.
It would have been nice, but we will hear plenty more from Katie Lang in the next half hour. Right now, let's get the morning's latest news from Deborah Roberts of ABC's 2020. Deborah?
Thank you, Charlie. I would have been happy to give up some time to let her sing. It was great. Good morning again, everyone. Officials from Swiss banks say that in October they will publish still more names of people who opened now long dormant accounts from the Holocaust era. After the publication of the first list, nearly 1,900 names, efforts are underway in Israel to make sure the money goes to the right people. Here's ABC's Hillary Brown.
In Tel Aviv, the accounting firm Ernst & Young has set up a special office to process claims from Israeli citizens on the list. The office will open on Sunday, but already it has taken dozens of calls. Accountants here believe that the list will grow.
We'll keep adding people, and the list is going to be updated. And even people from overseas might call their relatives in Israel and ask them to call us.
A case in point is Max Agustin from Tel Aviv. His uncle's name is on the list. He died in a concentration camp. Max thinks his uncle has a son in the U.S., though he, Max, is very poor and would be grateful for the money. The list has been published by all major newspapers here, and what's significant is the number of non-Jewish names, including those of known Nazis. Adolf Eichmann's deputy, for example. The director of the Wiesenthal Center here says those funds should be redirected.
This is money that was robbed, confiscated from innocent victims, and I think it would be only appropriate that a far better use were found for these funds.
Israelis say that the release of the list now only adds to the scandal surrounding the Swiss Bankers Association, which originally asserted that the sum total of accounts held by Nazi victims was a mere $50,000.
I don't think they made a good enough effort. There's clearly a lot of people that are very disappointed by the list, and it should have been released years ago.
A few months ago, Swiss bankers set the value of the dormant accounts at about $30 million. Last week, it raised that amount to $42 million, after one of its biggest banks admitted that it had failed to report millions. Here in the Jewish state, the view is that all this is still just the tip of an iceberg. Hillary Brown, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Sunday is the first anniversary of the bombing at Atlanta's Olympic Park, an attack that remains unsolved. Yesterday, investigators released a new sketch of a man seen sitting on a park bench where the bomb was apparently hidden. An earlier sketch showed the man with a goatee, which witnesses say he had at the time. Anyone who recognizes him is asked to call the FBI. The FBI says Andrew Cunanan left no suicide note, and we may never know what may have set him off on his alleged killing spree. After the murder of Gianni Versace, investigators say Cunanan called friends asking for help in getting a phony passport, but he never got out of Miami Beach. Cunanan committed suicide on a houseboat after the caretaker surprised him there.
I see railway, all the lights was on. And every day I go up there, or once I go, the lights, I shut off the lights all the time.
Investigators have interviewed the owner of the houseboat who was staying in Las Vegas. They haven't said whether he knew Cunanan. After spending years on the run in Europe, a former Connecticut high school wrestler has been taken to prison in shackles. Alex Kelly was sentenced yesterday to 16 years in prison for raping a young neighbor back in 1986. His victim says she's relieved.
I am grateful that Judge Tierney has finally sentenced Alex Kelly appropriately for what he did to me so long ago. And I hope that this sends a message out to other rape victims around the country.
Kelly faces trial for another rape that allegedly took place 4 days after the one he was convicted of. A record-setting verdict against the Catholic Church. A jury in Dallas has awarded nearly $120 million, saying the Dallas diocese was primarily responsible in the case of a priest accused of molesting young altar boys over more than a decade. A high-profile case of alleged sexual misconduct in the military is also in the news this morning. The woman who first publicly accused her high-ranking boss tells her story to a military panel today. Here's ABC's Deborah Weiner.
It was retired Sergeant Major Brenda Hoster's explosive charge this past winter that first sparked the sexual misconduct investigation of the Army's top enlisted man, Sergeant Major Gene McKinney, who had served on a special Army panel investigating sexual harassment and even appeared in this Army video.
There's absolutely no place for sexual harassment in America's Army.
Brenda Hoster claims there was a place for sexual harassment, a Hawaii hotel room during a business trip last year with McKinney.
He said that I had aroused him and he wanted me to look. And I said, I'm not looking.
McKinney denies the charges, and his lawyer says what really happened in Hawaii was that Hoster was told she was no longer needed on McKinney's staff.
She wanted to get back at the Sergeant Major. In fact, there's going to be testimony during the hearing in which a person was actually told by Brenda Hoster that she was going to get that son of a bitch.
But since Hoster came forward, 4 other women have made similar charges against McKinney.
McKinney's hearing is just that, a hearing and not a trial. When it is over, the commanding authority will decide if there is enough evidence for a court-martial. Deborah Weiner, ABC News, Washington.
And finally, from our dubious achievement file, a man in Malaysia has set a new record for, get this, most time spent living with poisonous scorpions. He's logged 20 days with 6,000 of the creepy crawly things. Yes, he says he's been bitten 95 times, but says he feels just fine. I say, Spencer, he's probably set a record for loose marbles.
Maybe.
I don't know what you think.
Why?
Why do people do these things?
I don't know. I think I'd rather deal with hurricanes and tropical storms. In fact, we have a tropical storm again. A storm that once was not much at all. this time last week, it was just a tropical depression down in the Gulf of Mexico. It became Hurricane Danny over the weekend, skirted the Gulf Coast, then came inland, spent 5 days inland, weaving its way through the southeast, went off the coast of North Carolina yesterday, reformed into a tropical storm again. So here's the latest satellite image taken overnight showing its position as it moves northeastward rapidly in the Atlantic. High sustained winds only about 50 miles per hour. It's now just under 200 miles south of Nantucket Island in Massachusetts. Most of the northeast is wet this morning, but will clear out later today, as will the remainder of the east be clear today, except for some afternoon storms down along the Gulf Coast. Severe thunderstorms will rumble through the upper Midwest today, and some afternoon downpours will also hit the Rockies. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look at what's happening where you are.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Lee Goldberg. 61 degrees, a raw north wind, but the clouds are scurrying out. In the foreground is Central Park. Mother Nature will turn on the lights there in the form of sunshine later this afternoon. Over to the Yaqui track right now, and again, the showers really withering away. Just updated there, and now moving across Staten Island, some very light showers. We'll put on the storm total for you. In the areas in red and yellow, 3 to 7 inches of rain. That's why we still have flooding, so take it slow today. On the 5-day clearing this afternoon, 75. Weekend looks great, 85 to 90. A little more humid by Sunday. Monday, same deal. Back to GMA. Make it a great day.
And you can get the weather for virtually any city in the world, as well as all the latest news on our online news service, abcnews.com. Charlie?
Thank you, Spencer. We're going to take you now back days 25 years ago. The United States and China exchanged historic volleys, but not on any battlefield. It was at the ping pong table. Watch this.
Look at that. Well, Dell finally lost the point, but what?
Ping pong diplomacy, it was called at the time. Table tennis players who helped thaw relations between the two powers, relations that had been frozen for years. Now some of those players have gathered in New York City for a reunion. And with me from the original United States team, Connie Swears, who is with us. And it was your husband, right, that was playing in that clip that we just saw?
Right.
Also with us is Judy Bohensky-Horfrost and George Braithwaite. Now, Lin Huai-Ching is also with us, as well as Liang Gailiang. Is that close? I hope it's close. Anyway, they played for the Chinese. Vincent Xu is their English-speaking representative and an organizer of a current U.S. tour featuring top Chinese players. And it's good to have you here with us as well. Also with us, Jan Barris, who is vice president of the National Committee on U.S.-China relations, and Ms. Barris helped organize this trip. The history-making players with me will give us a demonstration in a few moments, but first we have a chance to catch up, and it is good to have you all here. Have you seen each other in the intervening 25 years?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I have 2 no's and a yes.
Yes and no.
Let's start with one of the no's first. You had actually been able to catch up with these folks in the intervening 25 years?
I have, because we do meet on occasion. For instance, Liang Ko-Liang visited the United States.
You pronounce it much better than I did. Yes?
He visited the United States on several occasions, playing in our U.S. Open Championships. And that's where we met.
But some of you had not had a chance, I guess, to catch up in the intervening time. Were you aware, Connie, at the time of just what was involved? I mean, you were top flight ping pong players, and you wanted to play ping pong. But were you aware of the implications of all this?
Not when we first received the invitation. As we were going in, and it became such a news media, we realized at that point that it was going to be big, in that it had some kind of historic significance.
As I recall, you were in Japan at the time, playing in matches, and then you just heard you had a couple of days to go, and then you were on your way, right?
Right.
Now, I know our 2 guests here don't speak terribly good English, and so we're going to use you as the sort of interpreter, Vincent, but
no problem.
How much were they told about what was at stake diplomatically at the time?
Well, through the conversation I had with them, I know there was no formal relations between China and the U.S. at the time. And when the American team came to China, they were the first Americans visiting China in about 22 years. And when the Chinese team went to America, they were the first Chinese visiting America in about 23 years. So that was a huge thing in both countries, I think. And everywhere they go, there were large crowds, many people watching them play.
China had been shut down since 1949. The Americans went in 71. The Chinese came to our country in 1972. I was saying earlier, not in any way to demean the American players, but it was a little bit like a small basketball team playing the dream team at the time. I mean, you guys were up against very formidable competition.
Yes, we admire the Chinese players very much. You know, there's a tremendous depth in play in China. So many people play table tennis there.
When they were here, one of the places you played was in College Park, Maryland at Cole Fieldhouse, and I went to see that. Jan, at the time, I was there in that crowd, 18,000 people watching ping pong, and the Americans won some games.
Well, I think the Chinese were very diplomatic. They had a catchphrase, which was Yo-E-D-E B-Side-D-R, which means friendship first, competition second. And that was sort of the watchword of the whole trip while they were in the United States.
All right, we're going to have a little demonstration here just to give you a sense, and these are players 25 years ago. They were playing right at the top of their game, but they're still pretty good, as you're going to see. Who's going to play for the American side? Okay, the two here. We'll have, all right, and the two of you can play. Show us a little bit. And actually, while you're playing, you go ahead and step in. Go ahead and step in. You two play. Go ahead, George.
Doubles.
Well, you play. I'm not. Go ahead, George. Go ahead.
Okay.
Don't everybody stand on diplomacy here. Now, what did we learn from the Chinese at the time, Connie?
I would say that they were trying to indicate that we were a message, you know, it was a message of peace. And of course, we were awed at their skill in table tennis because we were ranked about 16th in the world at the time, and they were #1 in the world.
What is it that made them so much better? I mean, obviously they had a lot more
Their
players.
training skills, the way they train over in China, their techniques.
They identify good athletes, whether it's in ping pong or basketball or acrobats, at a very young age. People go around into the provinces, coaches and dancers, and they identify very good children and bring them to schools, and these kids then spend their very early years training very intensively at whatever sport or even artistic endeavor one's talking about. And as Connie said, through this tremendous training, they produce wonderful players.
I'm getting a sore neck here. They just stroke the ball differently. Their strokes are so smooth, and the power that they can generate. I feel like I play with this paddle most of the time. You just sneaked in a new paddle there. He's got that going.
Charlie, he's trying to get you. Charlie, he's trying to get your attention.
Oh, who is? Oh, they're telling us to wrap it up. Oh! Before we go to commercial, as we go to commercial, I just want to say that I played it once in my life. No. He'll play me with the small paddle. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, well, enough of that. Small paddlements. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a marvelous tour. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Who I am? I'm the President of the United States.
Air Force One is the most breathtaking, emotional, thrilling, powerful motion picture event of the year.
Can't give in to their demands.
Harrison Ford, Air Force One, rated R. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Just a reminder that if your plumbing isn't working, Mr. Rooter is. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Sure, traveling with the kids can be hard, but as I watch them sleeping, I think to myself, we're so lucky. They're not costing us a dime.
Kids, stay free at Comfort Inns and Suites. Call 1-800-228-5150.
This is Eyewitness News.
Here's the breaking story.
This is where you hear it live first.
2, 1. The police have just arrived on the scene with these first live pictures for Newscapture 7.
The first place for exclusive
Now we go
reports.
live for an Eyewitness News exclusive report. What was uncovered in an Eyewitness News investigation is...
And the first place to turn for news on your neighborhood.
Reporting live in White Plains.
Reporting live in Bensonhurst. Reporting live from Mineola.
For the first word on what's happening, watch Eyewitness News.
We are first on the scene. We can go live right now.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Listen up for the best deals, period. Starting with hot summer leases on the all-wheel drive Mercury Mountaineer. 1% financing on the Mercury Villager, or $1,500 cash back on maybe the best family car ever made, the Mercury Sable Sedan and Sable Wagon. And save big with the best deals, period, on a new Mercury with power everything. It's time to imagine yourself in a Mercury. Better see your Tri-State Lincoln Mercury dealers now.
Some people call me the space cowboy, yeah.
You may recognize that voice. K.D. Lang has been with us all morning, and from country singer to torch song balladeer, her musical style changes with each album. On her latest CD, called Drag, she wraps soulful vocals around 12 jazzy cuts that run the gamut from heartbreak to happiness, and yet all of them tied to a single theme, smoking. K.D. Lang joins us this morning. Good morning. It's such a treat to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
How did you get the idea for this CD?
Well, really, it just popped into my head. I've been a big fan of Peggy Lee's Don't Smoke in Bed for a long time, which is a beautiful old song. And then I heard Les Paul and Mary Ford's Smoke Rings, and I went, okay, there's an album here of cigarette songs. And I'm very intrigued by all the news that, that's centering around the tobacco issues right now. And rather than make a political statement one way or the other, rather than glamorizing it or condemning it, really it's just a musical documentary, sort of using it metaphorically, using the cigarette as sort of a common starting point to bring all these different songs together.
In this case, I actually read a quote that the smoking here, you believe, is a metaphor for love.
In some cases, yeah.
How so?
It's about addiction. It's about, how you get addicted to some relationships, or you get addicted to exercise or heroin, or, all these different things. Our society has a tendency to have an addictive tendency in our society. So I just used the most common one as the theme to talk about all these different things.
This is, I actually have several of your CDs at home, and this does seem to be your most mellow, I would say, torch song. I mean, it's got an entirely different feel from your previous CD. Is that deliberate?
Yeah, I mean, music to me is, it's a journey, and so each record I make is about evolving and about maturing, and every time I turn out a record, it's different. So.
Are all 11 of these songs what are called covers, somebody else's songs, or any of these originally yours?
No, I didn't do any of the writing of this record. There's 6 new songs, there's 6 old songs. They range from the 1935 to 1997, so there's a span of about 70 years there, yeah.
In addition, we've also been seeing you on the screen, on the big screen, as well as the television screen. Is acting something we're going to see you do more of?
Yes, acting would be something that I'd like to pursue.
Excellent.
In a major way. Yeah.
Well, we're going to pursue more of your singing in our next half hour and get a real treat. We'll hear K.D. Lang sing when Good Morning America, There You Are, continues.
Everybody's swinging into McDonald's for the big summer deal in honor of Disney's big summer movie, George of the Jungle, now in theaters. They're swinging in at breakfast for 2 sausage McMuffins with egg for just $2.
Morning, Bill.
Mary? What could be simpler? Huh? Well, there's George. So we repeat for George. 2 morning fresh sausage McMuffins with egg for $2, or 2 beefy quarter pounders with cheese for $2.
Swinging back for lunch? Wild animals couldn't keep me away.
At my Mickey D's!
Sign up for Sprint Cents Dime a Minute right now, and your evenings and weekends will never be the same again.
It's the weekend, and I'm in the dime zone. Right away, I have the beach all to myself. Then these people ask me to house sit for the rest of the summer. Best of all, my calls are just 10 cents a minute.
With Sprint Cents, you're in the dime zone every weeknight and all weekend long. And when you sign up now, you'll also get up to 100 minutes free. Call now, 1-800-PIN-DROP.
The pitch. Smucker swings. Home run! You hit a home run every time, Richard? Yep, every time.
Growing up, both Tim and Richard Smucker thought big. Now they're the 4th generation of Smuckers making delicious jam.
Another home run!
No! Tim makes a great catch!
drops it. Another home run.
Smucker's, celebrating 100 years of family-made goodness. With a name like Smucker's, it has to be good.
You didn't feel like it. Your brain didn't feel like it. Your feet most certainly didn't feel like it. Please, let us lie down, they said. GNC's all-natural Optibolic Energel helped you feel like it. Helped you find the lift you needed. To do what your body and couch and bed were begging you not to do. Optibolic Energel capsules for men and women, exclusively at General Nutrition Centers. GNC. Live well.
This Eyewitness News Brief is brought to you by Burger King, sponsor of Good Morning America's Fridays in the Park.
Good morning. It's 8:25 on this Friday, July 25th. I'm Art McFarland, and in the news this morning, the raindrops keep falling on the tri-state area. So much rainfall that the deluge is causing waterlogged roads and serious flooding. Joe Torres is live and up to his knees in water in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Joe.
That's right, Art. We are in the midst of it here. Hasbrook Heights took a beating from this storm. Perhaps here, though, the tenants in the Ottawa House apartment complex got hit the hardest. Take a look. This parking lot looks more like a lake right now. Some of the tenants walking around in shorts, looking at their cars, almost all of which have at least 6 inches of water on the inside. It used to be the water was about up to here. It has gone down about a foot or so. By the way, this is AJ, got a little adventurous in his Ford Explorer, tried to make it through and didn't make it. The cars here all saturated. Some of the folks have been on the phone all day calling their employers, telling them they will either be very late for work or, in fact, they won't be showing up at all. It's been a long day for these folks, and when they look in their car, it's going to be an even longer one. We're live in Hasbrook Heights. I'm Joe Torres, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And when we come back, a look at how all this is affecting traffic, plus your exclusive AccuWeather forecast. There's hope on the way. Stay with us.
They are the sheep, and we are the shepherds. We tell them that college is the doorway. We tell them to prepare for the future. But the question remains, will we?
Check out the difference between the supercharged Buick Riviera and Lexus SC300. Riviera gives you more horsepower, more interior room, a CD cassette stereo at no extra charge, and Riviera costs $10,000 less. Riviera, now with $2,000 cash back or 2.9 financing. You're due, definitely due. Riviera, you get more car for less money at your Buick dealers now.
And now the latest on the morning commute. Joe Nolan is live at Metro Traffic. Joe.
Boy, it's been a tough one, Art, and it continues to be. First of all, helicopter shot outside, again, Route 7. This is going to be in Kearney by Route 508, Fish House Road, and as you can see here, to the left, there was quite a bit of flooding, but it is backed up big time, and there are many, many cars that are going to be stopped here. Some of them are trying to go through anyway, and of course, that's something you should never do. But look at this delay getting back into Kearney. Now, we also have a problem at the 59th Street Bridge, and right, where is it? Right here. There was a car fire. That is now out. It is in the process of being clear, but things are a mess. To the maps we go. 78. Again, we continue to have some closures here. As you begin to travel westbound, the express lanes are still closed at 49. The westbound local lanes are open. Eastbound local is only one lane open, and that is it. You also are having problems on Route 18 northbound. Route 1 is still closed right up at Route 1. And this whole area around the Millstone and Raritan Rivers, down in that whole area there, you've got flooding just about everywhere. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
In sports, the Yankees were rained out at the stadium, not surprisingly, and tonight they'll host Ken Griffey Jr. and the Maddest. In L.A., after 8 scoreless innings, the Mets scores 3 runs in the ninth. Carlos Baerga singled to right, sent home Todd Hundley. He slid in safely for the game-winning run. The Mets went on to the 3-1 win. They're now tied with Florida for the National League wild card spot. And the Mets play San Diego tonight. It's cloudy right now. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather forecast. 61 degrees at the moment, and the humidity is 90%. Cloudy, windy, some rain this morning, but we'll see the sun before day's end. The high around 75. Tonight, it'll be foggy, low in the city about 67. Partly sunny then and warmer tomorrow. Hot and humid with mostly sunny skies Sunday. Chance of a thunderstorm Monday, another chance of rain Tuesday. Good Morning America continues in a moment.
Next, Rosie. Hey, it's Superman Dean Cain and 90210 star Jason Priestley, plus actress Valerie Bertinelli. That's Rosie in L.A. next time.
This morning at 10, right here on ABC 7.
Did you know that eating hot dogs can make a kid 46% less likely to use drugs? Be a mentor. Make a difference.
If I could only be the queen of popularity, things would just come to me so easily. What I would do, what I could do, I could do anything if I were you. I would have everything if I were you. If I were you. If I were
We are back. No surprise, Katie Lang has been called one of the great voices of her generation. As she was singing there just a moment ago, Deborah Roberts leaned over and says her voice is silk. It is just silk. She's going to be singing for us again a little bit later, including 2 numbers from her new latest CD.
Called Drag, that's right. And we are also going to, what better time? This is a weird segue. I can't even make this one, so we're just going to switch gears a bit. What better time than the dog days of summer to pamper your pet with some new and innovative gadgets? You and your dog will love what our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, has brought along with him this morning.
What you're seeing now is a Newfoundland named Digsby? Digsby or Digby? Digsby.
Digsby's drooling.
Digsby's drooling a little bit.
Because he's so psyched. He's so psyched about the gadgets. He weighs 150 pounds. This is a massively big dog.
Drooling just because it just ate a television set.
Also, Joel Siegel will be along with his best bets for summer video rentals.
But first, Deborah Roberts is here, has some suggestions for the weekends, books, CDs you might want to check out.
And I'm not drooling.
Good.
We'll leave that to Digsby.
Got the books and CDs and anything you want to do for the weekend. Let's see, where are we here?
There you are.
Okay, so if you want to read this weekend, we've got a list of some of the hardcover fiction that's out. Unnatural Exposure by Patricia Cornwell, Special Delivery by Danielle Steele, and Plum Island by Nelson DeMille. The top 3 nonfiction bestsellers, Simple Abundance by Sarah Van Brethnock, The Bible Code by Michael Drosnin, and Angela's Ashes, still up there this weekend, by Frank McCourt. Now, what about music? If you're looking for some new music, the 3 top-selling CDs, the soundtrack, once again, from the movie Men in Black, Sarah McLachlan's Surfacing, and I like this one, Super Duper Fly by Missy Elliott. Nicely done. Thank you very much. Among the videos, the 3 top sellers are the movies Jerry Maguire, Pink Flamingos, and The Rock. That's it for the weekend. Spencer, I guess you'll tell us, though, what it's going to feel like over the weekend.
Absolutely. We'll start with a look at today. Deborah, it's going to be a warm day for much of the nation, especially here in the nation's midsection, where highs will soar well into the 90s and hundreds throughout the plains, down into the southeast. A little cooler in the northeast under some cloud cover there. We've had a wet morning here. This storm is moving out to sea now, right behind Tropical Storm Danny, which is also moving way out to sea. So it's going to be a mostly sunny day over the east for the remainder of the day, but severe thunderstorms will rumble through the northern plains and upper Mississippi Valley, the Great Lakes. The Rockies will see some thunderstorms as well, and there are high temperatures again in case you missed them the first time. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look at what's happening for where you are.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Lee Goldberg. 61 damp degrees outside. Right now we have some showers. AccuTrack showing a blowing mist is all that's left of a half foot of rain we've got across the tri-state. Clearing line not far behind, 75 and 85 to 90 this weekend with more humidity by Sunday. Make it a great day. Stay dry.
This weather report has been brought to you by Fixodent. Next, Joel Siegel's best summer video rentals when Good Morning America continues. The next morning. I was going to defeat that big indestructible George.
Catering a wedding means a long, hard day, so I need the strongest hold.
Fix-It Free has the strongest, longest hold of any adhesive, and it has no artificial flavors or colors.
We start the day making fresh tomato bisque.
Fix-It holds stronger longer than any free adhesive, or your money back, guaranteed.
At noon, we prepare the fresh vegetables. Nice. By evening, we've got it all together.
Fix-It Free, another great way to fix it and forget it, or your money back, guaranteed.
And so, after 35 years, I returned to Russell, Kansas, to my friends and my family, to that very special place where they always called me by my first name. Great lunch. Barb, take a check.
Of course, Bob. Can I see some ID? Driver's license?
Considered the Visa check card? It automatically deducts from your checking account everywhere Visa's accepted. No ID needed. It works like a check, only better.
I just can't win.
I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would.
Don't want the phenolphthalein found in many leading laxatives? Switch to Senecot Natural Vegetable Laxatives. Senecot works like second nature without phenolphthalein. You'll feel so good. Senecot good.
I feel nice.
Sure, traveling with the kids can be hard, but as I watch them sleeping, I think to myself, we're so lucky. They're not costing us a dime.
Kids stay free at Quality Inns and Suites. Call 1-800-228-5151.
For just one more week, we bring you this catch. It's lobster and shrimp, both made from scratch. Made fresh for you, a dinner so fine. It's lobster and shrimp, $11.99 at Red Lobster. Prepared so fresh, you can taste it.
When I hear low prices on a can of paint, I say, wait a second. Paint isn't about price. Paint is health and beauty care for your house. My house, where my family lives, deserves the best. Professionals who do the paint thing tell you doing it right the first time costs less than doing it over. So use the best paint, Benjamin Moore, and get the best advice. A Benjamin Moore dealer. That's the best way to the best look. Benjamin Moore, the best paint, the best advice. Is this the best or what?
If you don't feel like standing in line to watch this summer's box office hits, why not bring the box office indoors with a great selection of home videos? Our entertainment editor, Joel Siegel, has picked the top 10 videos to rent right now.
Right now, these are my 10 best of the summer, Elizabeth. The big studios usually don't release big hits on video during the summer because they don't want to compete with the big films playing at the theaters. But that doesn't mean it's a desert at the video store. The opposite, it's a treasure